Hello, and thank you for joining the Massachusetts 6th Congressional District debate with Representative Seth Moulton and challenger John Paul Moran. I'm your moderator, Ingrid Centurion. Our first question to the candidates, Mr. Moran, you first. There are calls for defunding our police since the George Floyd tragedy. Do you support defunding the police?
Well, just a couple weeks ago, 2 police officers in California were nearly killed in what could only be described as an assassination attempt as they sat in their cruiser. Worse yet, when they sat in the hospital and were recovering, there's a mob of progressive protesters outside chanting for their deaths. Unbelievable. Worse yet, Senator Ed Markey here in Massachusetts, immediately after the attack, called for the immediate defunding and disarming of police nationally. So I waited for Seth Moulton, my opponent, to say something. I mean, Seth Moulton is a military veteran. I thought for sure he'd be on the side of police on this one. But no, we're still waiting. We need to make sure that our families and our communities and our businesses are safe. That's the first and foremost job, really, of government. Does my opponent join me in that pledge? Seth Moulton, do you join me in the pledge to always, always back our police?
A lot of people are saying that America's economic system isn't working for young people in particular, and that we need to become more of a socialist country like Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders are proposing. Do you agree with that?
One of the first things I'm going to do to answer this is my pledge to form the first, the U.S. Opportunity Corps. Think of it as a Peace Corps for America for young people with a career track. The idea is that it would be a 2-year track after high school that would give high school graduates a shot at 3 different career tracks. One would be an apprenticeship track, very similar to what you see in Germany, where there's almost 400,000 companies participating, and after 2 years, most get jobs right after the program. A second would be a college prep path, similar to the apprenticeship program, but for college-bound students, for them to get internships and apprenticeships so they can kind of try before they buy. No, it makes no sense to spend $200,000 or $300,000 for a college education and then not like your job when you get out. A third would be a social good path for those who want to pursue a great future serving their communities and safeguarding the environment and things of that nature after high school. So having talked with hundreds of people around the district, old and young, from both left and right side of the political spectrum, this idea has received 100% support. So if Seth Moulton ever shows up to debate, I look forward to hearing what my opponent proposes to provide opportunity and bright futures for our districts and our country's youth. Mr. Moulton?
I'm sorry, it appears that Mr. Moulton is ducking this debate with you, Mr. Moran, and does not want to answer the voters. Thank you for your appearance to this debate, John Paul, and we thank the audience for watching tonight.